the planning stage. A. Selecting the right materials. For the first one is coherence and variety. Activities must be logically connected, so students understand the goal, but they should also be varied to keep learners interested and prevent boredom. And the second one is exposure to related activities. Students should work on several different tasks that cover the same theme. This repeated exposure helps reinforce the lesson. And the third one is relevance to student language level. Material should fit the student's proficiency level, elementary, intermediate, or advanced. Tasks must not be too easy or too complex. And the fourth is relevance to student backgrounds. Topics should be suitable for students with like context, interests, and personal experience so they can relate to the lesson. And the last one is logical sequencing. Materials needs to be arranged in a clear and logical order based on content, function, or meaning. This helps students learn step by step.
B. Preparing the material. First, relevance of material. Material must match the needs and background of the students, so the learning process feels meaningful. The second, language appropriateness. The language used in the material should suit the learner's level. Beginners need simple structure, while advanced students can handle more complex language. 3. Suitability of topics. Topics must be familiar to students, such as food, hobbies, daily activities, or jobs. Familiar context make learning easier. 4. Appropriate activities. Activities should be interesting and follow the teaching sequence. First, engage or setting up, catch student attention. Second, practice, allow students to use the language. And 3, feedback or study, help students reflect and improve.
C. Materials must be sequenced. The first one, logical arrangement. Material must be sequenced logically to keep student interest and help them follow the lesson smoothly. The second, sequencing based on content, function, or meaning. Teachers can organize material from simple to complex or from general to specific.
A. Techniques in teaching speaking. First, ask and answer. 2. Describe and draw. It's information gap. One student describes a picture while the partner draws it without seeing the original. This builds accuracy and communication. 3. Discussion. 4. Guessing. Students guess information using guided questions. 5. Remembering. Students recall the location of objects, which practice vocabulary and memory.
B. Teaching speaking in different levels. The first one, low level, elementary. Students need graded, controlled practice. They focus on simple form and basic description. The second, middle level, intermediate. A student can speak more independently. They handle longer discussion and topics like preferences. The last one, high level, advanced. Student can express ideas fully with reasons, argument, and debate. Strategies for mixed level classes. The first one, using different material. Second, some materials, different tasks.
C. The use of media in teaching speaking. Function of media. The first is clarify the message, overcome limits of time, pace, and imagination. The third is make learning enjoyable. And the fourth is helping students reach similar understanding. Next is criteria for good media. The one is suitable for large or small classes. 2. Work for adults and children. 3. Based on universal experiences. 4. Support skills and vocabulary. 5 is easy for teacher to use. 6. Not too demanding for learning. 7. Not dependent on technology. 8. Requires minimal equipment. 9. Culturally neutral. And the last, flexible for different teaching contexts.